Well, hello there. This is Guru Mehr, and I'm continuing this series. This is the sixth in this series I'm calling Touch of Emotional Liberation. And so here we are. We've done 5 classes before this on a touch of emotional liberation to help introduce you to the work that I'm doing with people, and it's in my new book, Emotional Liberation, Life Beyond Triggers and Trauma. So what I want to do in about 25 minutes is continue this story of emotional liberation and do an 11-minute practice with you, and I hope it helps. So let me retrace just briefly. We're looking at the patterns in our lives that develop around emotional upsets. So there are things that trigger us, and that then we become emotional, then we act irrationally, usually not in our best interest. So all of yoga is really about understanding oneself and learning to manage one's life, which really starts right here in the central command post, your brain, your mind, your thoughts. And your thoughts create emotions, so we've got to learn to manage the emotions. Our topic today is beliefs. And so I don't need to tell you that there's a lot of craziness going on in our world, a lot of clashes and between factions and different belief systems. It probably happens in your own home when you believe you're doing all the dishes and nobody else is helping. May or may not be true, but your belief then is going to definitely determine your behavior and how you act. You may believe that you're not loved even when people are trying to love you. And that will actually close you off to receiving that love. So beliefs are the window through which we view the world, which we view ourselves and others and our life. So if that window is colored, if it's dirty, foggy, obscured, then we're seeing ourselves and life in a very distorted way. And I would say that's pretty much everybody, because we are born and we have experiences. Those experiences create a worldview, a view of, we're adaptable creatures. So we come with some instinct, but mostly we've got a blank program to go like, people are nice, people are not nice. I can expect love, I can take care of myself, I can't. I'm miserable, I'm happy. So when I say beliefs, these are not beliefs that you consciously adopt. These are things that are instinctively grabbed upon, like a life raft, So this ties back into the trauma portion of this work, that we've all suffered adverse experiences, and especially early when you're still figuring out who you are and what the world is like, when something really heavy happens, your mind automatically tries to give reasons for it. So if the people that are supposed to love and take care of you are neglectful or abusive, then your mind goes, if that's what's happening here, how do I cope with that? So the coping strategy comes second. What comes first is an interpretation of events. I guess this is a very harsh world that I've been born into, and I can't expect people to love me, or I can't trust them to act consistently. So, that's the belief. Then the so is like, so I better work hard, I better be sexy, I better, how am I going to cope with this? So if you look at just the craziness out there in the world events that we all can access now. It's always been going on, but we can now see it live every day. You see how beliefs are driving people. People are doing things that you see as crazy, but they believe they're completely right. And vice versa, you have beliefs that you follow that other people think are very wrong. But again, the kinds of beliefs I'm talking about are not adopted, they're more adapted. They're not intentionally gained. Therefore, they become invisible to you. So how about that? Just like your eyes, you're seeing everything through your eyes, but you can't see your eyes, or you don't see the membranes that you're going through, right? So the same is with your beliefs. They're invisible to you. Well, but they're running your life. So the point of today's exercise is to, if there's something like a program in your computer that's running everything haywire, if you're a repair person or a programmer, you go in and you find the lines of code that are telling it to do something crazy. Well, analogy carries with us. We want to be able to see the beliefs that are running us and reprogram them, decide if they're really serving us or not, decide if they're really true. Now, this is usually a process that takes people a little while. I hope just these ideas help you think about it and they surface. We're going to do a 15-minute practice that I will give some cues in hopes that it helps you see and be in a place to reprogram your beliefs, upgrade the operating system as you will. Okay? So we're going to do a simple practice now, and if this previous 7 minutes of explanation doesn't really interest you, I hope that this exercise will. And vice versa, if you're interested in the ideas but you don't really want to do this silly thing, please, this is the offering a solution. So here's what we're going to do. Clasp your hands, right? Simple, with the right hand on top, and just hold it here in a relaxed way in front of the sternum. We will inhale through a rounded mouth in 3 1-second pulses, and out through the nose in a 1-second pulse. And in conjunction with that, squeeze 1, 2, 3, and on the exhale, just hold steady without squeezing. You can feel your hands. It's a firm grip, but you're not squeezing as you were before. So again, putting that all together, watch I don't know if you can hear, I'm going to exaggerate the squeeze so you can see it. So I go, and they're just resting on the exhale. Now I'm going to count it with you and let's start. So it's a squeeze, 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 and then just holding firm but not squeezing hard. So it'll be 4-second cycle. All right, I'll start the clock now. Half minutes in, here we go. And obviously you close your eyes and set yourself. Let's just take a moment to tune in to self. What is this idea? What is it that when somebody upsets me, there's a belief there that something's wrong. There's something that is happening not the way I think it should be. Let's just go with that. But initially, no thinking. Let's just get into the body and let the breath clear the mind. Here we go. Please join me. 2, 3, and exhale. Inhale mouth, 2, 3. Exhale nose, 1. Inhale mouth, 2, 3. Exhale 1. Inhale mouth. Squeeze, squeeze. Relax hands firm. Squeeze, squeeze, relax hands. You got that now? Good. All right, settle in, settle down. That's the first minute. We'll go 10 more. Let's see what this breath, your own efforts can do. Couple more cues. Use that powerful inhalation through the mouth to fully fill your lungs. Really expand, and little moderate force to get the full lungs emptied in that 1 second exhale. Don't strain if it's a little blocked in your sinuses or something. Don't give yourself a headache. Find a nice, smooth pace. And then maybe you can build the strength of it as you settle in. And feel how the squeezing of the hands keeps you mindful, keeps you present, because you're going to get the breath will give you a little lift off, a little lightness, like a mild clarity. Maybe a great clarity, but it might be a little lightheadedness, and that's okay. Things are heavy around town, so a little lightheaded, a little lightness could be good. But notice how the squeezing the hands, you feel grounded, you're firm, you're strong, you're present, you're here. Good. So we're balancing heaven and earth, right? Air to bring us up, expand our consciousness, right? And body to keep us grounded. That's the balance. Okay, you're 4 minutes in. Just inviting you to breathe. Just breathe as a human in a very natural way. A little regimented here. And see if you're angry, if you're upset, if you're mad at me, if you're mad at the world, if you're disturbed by world events, if you're disturbed by news, just breathe with me. You don't have to agree with me, like me. That's the whole thing. Can we see through our beliefs in others and see the person? See clearly enough to act with compassion, with kindness, even if somebody else is doing very wrong. Do I react and do wrong myself? I mean, I can't control other people's crazies. You can't control other people's crazies. But come on, we all have our own crazy. We do. I mean, I don't know you, so I'm not personally indicting you, but I can tell you, you have your stories, your own crazy voice. Right? There's a calm, wise, loving voice, and there's a crazy, hateful voice. We all have it. Some of us repress it, contain it, manage it, relax it. Others express it. So I'm just saying, wherever you fall on the spectrum of beliefs, can we take 10 minutes, 11 minutes of our day to set aside the beliefs and the anger, the rage that it gives us, the fear that those beliefs give us? Next class, we'll talk about emotions, but right now, just inviting you to breathe. You don't like this exercise, just sit, be mindful. There's a new series on Netflix, for God's sakes. It's great. 6 or 8 week series, episode series, just teaching mindfulness universally. I believe the guy studied as a Buddhist monk. If you don't believe that, just believe. You don't have to believe anything. Just try it. Just try it. So go to Netflix and learn meditation. Don't learn from me. Learn from Netflix. And let's see if we can manage our crazies, folks. You can't manage others. You can't manage mine. But please, learn to manage yours. You're 7 minutes into this thing. We're going to go a few more minutes and just see. If you join late, we're simply breathing in through the mouth in 3 1-second pulses and exhaling through the nose in the 4th 1 second. So squeeze, 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 then relax, exhale. Right now, around the world, how many billions of people are there? Each one is living in a world, their world. Some are planning, hateful, murderous acts. Some are doing them and can't help it, can't stop, didn't even think about it, right? Crimes of passion. Others are bowing to a god or a stone or a something. Others are having psychic visions. You have your beliefs, and if you can see what they are. So now I invite you in these last few minutes, if you wish, to go look at something that upsets you very much. All right, so just bring it up. Here's the issue. God, I can't believe that those people, I hate you, that person, my spouse. Okay? So now that you've got some breath and maybe a little neutrality going, we're just trying to reach neutrality, right? So if you've got a little of that going, let's challenge that neutrality by the things that usually set you way off. But see if you can then watch through a clear-eyed neutrality, watch the thing that upsets you, that just makes you just furious or afraid or ashamed, and just see it from a little distance. Hold it at arm's length while you see it. When you get upset, what's activated along with an emotion is a belief. Like, I don't believe that should be happening. I can't believe that person is doing that. Okay? So there's your belief. So you believe that no one should ever be A pedophile priest? Yeah. Well, guess what? I'm sorry, but there are. I'm not excusing it. I'm condoning it. I'm just saying it happens. So if I understand, if I don't want to believe it, then I'm going to ignore it. And that has happened in my community, right? If I don't want to believe it, then I can't see it, and then I ignore it, and then it goes on. So that's what we're here talking about today, folks. Abuse. Things that hurt. So please, can you see don't even judge it. I'm not saying your belief is wrong, but can you see it? I believe, so stand up on your mountainside, and when you're really upset, and wave your flag, as people do, which is your flag? Confederate flag, American flag, Trump flag, Swedish flag, flag of peace, flag of climate change. No judgment here, but know the flag, the banner that you're flying, because you're marching to those rules. So when you're up there saying, this should not be, I will not say, just keep speaking. And what do you believe? I believe that, come on, say it. Let your mind reveal it to you. And we don't have to go further. You don't have to, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not asking you to say it's right or wrong. But these beliefs are running you, and they may be, around the world, those beliefs are causing people to hate, causing people to murder, causing people to be depressed and live unfulfilled. I mean, it's just, every human story is a belief. A belief is a story, and beliefs, there's been a lot of quotes recently from famous historical figures. A story, no matter how false, when you tell it over and over, it creates reality. So I'm saying all of us live in a reality. Hey, it's time to stop here. Yeah, going overtime. Here we go. No, it's perfect. So here's how we finish, please. Now, inhale deeply. Hold, squeeze your hands tightly. Just squeeze your whole body so you feel rock solid. Rock solid. 10 seconds. That you can withstand the slings and arrows and not be pushed around, not blow up. Okay, exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Squeeze again. Whole body. Start with the root lock. Be strong. Lock it in. Exhale. Let's do it one more time, please. Inhale, squeeze. Here we go. Rock solid. I can withstand the slings and arrows of even my own mind, and I can be like a diamond, crystal clear, just reflecting light through me with all the colors of the rainbow. And let it go. Now, relax your hands down, sit quietly. Sit quietly. Be in peace. Can you be for a moment without any story? Like an innocent stream in the woods. Like a leaf. Perhaps like a baby, just without any story, any belief, anything pushing you, pulling you, just crystal clear, at peace. Now I'll invite you to just center your awareness at your heart, inside your chest, right there. And see if there's a truth that it speaks to you, not from any other source, but your own heart. Ask it. From no man or woman, from no book, but ask your own heart. What is the truth? What is my truth? What's real? Be a blank slate and receive. Okay. Sit with that. Turn off your screen and sit with that longer if you like. Obviously, you can practice this more often if it gave you some help and you want to continue. So for those who might have enjoyed the exercise, I'll see you again next week. And let's see if we can free ourselves from the past and from the harm of both others and the harm of our own wounds, our own belief, our own wound-begotten beliefs. That's all I want to do is help if I can. I can't control other people and their actions, okay? All right, guys. Yep. Emotional-liberation.com is where I'm showing you my new book and some courses that take this kind of work in depth. If you're interested, come see me there. You can always email me. This meditation is called 3-Stroke Breath for Health, Energy, and Radiance. It's in the Prana Prani Pranayam book. Again, 3-Stroke Breath for Health, Energy, and Radiance. And I can type that in here in a minute. Okay, see you next week.